Ladies and gentlemen, I am Senior Airman Tyler McClellan, and I will be your narrator for today's event. This will be considered an indoor ceremony. Military members will render the appropriate customs and courtesies. During the national anthem, all military members will stand at attention. All family members and civilian friends are encouraged to stand and place their right hand over their heart. On behalf of the men and women of the 62nd Maintenance Group, welcome to today's Change of Command ceremony. Today we pay special tribute to Colonel Christopher T. Joyce as he relinquishes command of the 62nd Maintenance Group, and we welcome Colonel Michael J. Thompson as he assumes command. This ceremony provides an opportunity to witness a time-honored military tradition dating back to antiquity. From ancient times, armies throughout the world have conducted ceremonies to commemorate victory over the enemy, to honor comrades in arms, and to celebrate special occasions such as the change of command. In the Middle Ages, it was not uncommon for soldiers in the field to be unaware of who their commanders were. The formal change of command afforded the troops an opportunity to witness the proceedings and see their commanders. The host for today's ceremony is the commander, 62nd Airlift Wing, Colonel John W. Berger, accompanied by his wife, Uni. The commander of troops for today's ceremony is the Deputy Group Commander, 62nd Maintenance Group, Lieutenant Colonel William Burrows, and the guardian of the colors for today's ceremony is the Senior Enlisted Leader, 62nd Maintenance Group, Chief Master Sergeant Jeremiah J. Madden. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the arrival of the official party and remain standing for the presentation of the colors, the singing of the national anthem by Miss Jeanette Diaz, and the offering of the invocation by Chaplain Kip Averitt.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Let us pray. Mighty God, we come before you today to honor Colonel Joyce's leadership and ask your blessing on the change of command and the passing of leadership to Colonel Thompson. Lord, with this change of command, I pray that you would lead and guide the Thompson family and Colonel Thompson as he takes on this important mission and leads these amazing maintainers, ensuring that Team McCord aircraft are fully mission capable and the maintainers are equally supported. Grant him patience, strength, and vision for the future. Help him to see the issues and find collaborative solutions. Give him clarity and decisive authority. And Lord, I pray for this family as they transition from little Rhodey there in Newport, Kimberly and Drew and Preston as they transition to yet another role in their Air Force journey. Be with them and give them strength for the days ahead. Lord, I thank you for the leadership of Colonel Joyce. His proactive leadership, solid stand has proven effective and brought this team to where they are today. He set out to make this group and its members competent and skilled. He succeeded, and we're better for having his leadership and advocacy. We're thankful for his tireless efforts at making us better. He would not be the man he is without amazing support of Megan. Be with her as she transitions into retirement and experiences the close of one life chapter and the opening of another. Be with Ian and Zach. Bless his family and give them safe travel to Florida. Finally, Lord, be with the men and women of the maintenance group and squadrons and Colonel Thompson. Pray for all of Team McCord and all those we've sent into harm's way. Pray for unity and strength in the days ahead. Lord, we ask this in your mighty name. Amen.
Thank you, McCord Honor Guard, Mrs. Diaz, and Chaplain Averitt. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. We are honored to have with us today Colonel Joyce's wife, Megan, and his sons, Ian and Zach. We are also honored to have with us today Colonel Thompson's wife, Kimberly, and his sons, Drew and Preston. We would also like to welcome our distinguished visitors who are joining us today. We ask that you hold your applause until the end. Commander-Chief, 62nd Airlift Wing, Chief Master Sergeant Derek Hirschfield. Commander, 627th Air Base Group, Colonel Brandon Sikora. Senior Enlisted Leader, 627th Air Base Group, Chief Master Sergeant John Marquez. Commander, 62nd Operations Group, Colonel Patrick McClintock. Senior Enlisted Leader, 62nd Operations Group, Chief Master Sergeant Jim Cromwell. Commander, 446th Maintenance Group, Colonel Robert Griffith. Commander, Defense Logistics Agency, Colonel Lebby Yogi. Representing the Commander, 62nd Medical Squadron, Major James Loffridge. Representing the Senior Enlisted Leader, 62nd Medical Squadron, Master Sergeant Zarina Herrera. Honorary Commander, 1st Air Support Operations Group, Mrs. Kelly Benson. Boeing Senior Operations Lead, Colonel Eric Hansen, U.S. Air Force retired. Boeing Senior Manager for Joint Base Lewis McChord, Chief Master Sergeant John Lipsey, U.S. Air Force retired. Attending virtually, Commander, 386th Air Expeditionary Wing, Colonel Sergio Anaya, and all the deployed service members joining us today. We also welcome all commanders, honorary commanders, community leaders, and the men and women of Team McCord. Ladies and gentlemen, Commander, 62nd Airlift Wing, Colonel John W. Berger.
All right, welcome everybody. You can't beat this weather. Pacific Northwest on a summer day, see Mount Rainier. This is just awesome. So first, a couple thank yous. Senior Airman McClellan, thank you. Chaplain, thank you. Jeanette, that was an awesome rendition of the national anthem. A1C Gibson back here is our proffer. Lieutenant Miranda was a POC. We have protocol, PA, public affairs, honor guard. There's so many people that took part and worked behind the scenes to make this thing happen. It doesn't just happen. It's really hard, and they make it look easy. So thank you, everybody. I want to welcome all our guests today, military leaders past and present. Welcome our community leaders. welcome all the business partners. Special thanks to all the family that traveled here today. I know it's really special for Ty and Mike that you could be here, so thanks for making the effort. And of course, thanks to Ty and Megan, thanks to Mike and Kim, thanks for giving us a reason to show up. Finally, most importantly, thanks to the airmen at Team McCord. Thanks for everything that you do for our Air Force, our Joint Force, and our nation. This is a special day, not just for the Joyce and the Thompson families, but for the entire 62nd Airlift Wing. This wing is the maneuver force of the Joint Force. Because of you, our military can be anywhere in the world in a matter of hours. That's a really, really special capability, something that no other Air Force in the world can do, and it's our asymmetric advantage. So let me share an observation from my short time as the acting wing commander. As soon as you turn on the TV, as soon as you look at the news, there's something going on, whether it's Ukraine, whether it's Israel, whether there's a humanitarian disaster somewhere in the world. You can bet that in every one of those operations, there's a McCord tail that has already taken part in or will take part in that operation. We're everywhere around the world, and all you have to do is turn on the TV, and we're involved. That's a huge compliment to the team that you see here today, the 62nd Maintenance Group. They're the ones who make the jets fly. They're the ones our air crews trust their life to. They're the ones that our nation relies on for that capability. And for the past 2 years, Ty Joyce has led this team. 1,600 personnel, 40 C-17s were $6.4 billion. He generated tails for our #1 mission, our nuclear airlift mission. He was involved in generating tails for the Afghanistan evacuation, for the first AFRIGEN deployment, for all sorts of big stuff around the world. And then at the unit level, Ty pushed this group to get better. Things like engine running oil changes, Method B offloads, mission-ready airmen, PNAF tail selection, Explodio maintenance teams. All these things were identified by higher headquarters as benchmarks for this command. But there's two things in the record, or there's two things that aren't in the record that I want to tell you about today. Two things that I think are really important, and two things I think that Ty is just really, really good at. Number one, the ops and maintenance relationship here at McCord is the best I've seen in my entire career in the Air Force. That's a huge credit to Ty and Pat because they work together better than any two group commanders I've ever seen. Together, they balance the immediate needs of the mission with the long-term health of the fleet. There's compromises, of course, and neither one always gets their way, but they work things out like professionals. I think it helps probably that they're next-door neighbors and they both like to barbecue. But honestly, they make my job really easy. So thanks, Ty. Thanks, Pat. The second thing that's not in the records that I want to highlight is Ty's vision as a leader. And I'll give you an example. October 6, 2023, we're going into a long weekend, Columbus Day weekend. The entire maintenance group has big plans. They're going out for the weekend. Problem was, we had jets that were broke all over the ramp. We were in a bad, bad state. Ty recognized this, and he said, hey, everybody, I know you have big plans, but we're calling the entire group into work this weekend because we have to fix these jets. So, of course, Ty was out there with them and working alongside them, and within a matter of a weekend, they fixed 2/3 of the NMC jets, 2/3. That's huge in a matter of days. And then I bet you know what happened next. On October 7th, Hamas conducted a surprise attack against Israel. So within a matter of hours and days, all those broke jets were in the air. They were flying to the Middle East, and they were carrying critical munitions that Israel needed. That could not have happened without Ty's vision, without his leadership, without his understanding of what's going on and what might happen. The beauty of Ty, though, is he knows when to push it up and he knows when to pull back, because there was multiple examples where Ty said, you know what, we're giving folks an extra day off here. We're giving them a weekend off. He understood that he could take a little bit of risk in the short term to make sure that his airmen were rested over the long term. He told his squadron commanders, don't worry about the matrix. I'll eat the matrix. That's on me. He knew his team needed time off. So that's the essence of leadership. He's a visionary leader whose intuition is honed by years and years of maintenance experience. But Ty didn't do this alone. He had a secret weapon. She's sitting in the front row over there, his wife, Megan. Anyone who knows Megan knows how awesome she is. She's the rock of the family, the best mom to Ian and Zach. She's a full-time gymnastics mom, a part-time teacher. And Megan, while here at McCord, she beat breast cancer. Megan, you're an inspiration to us all. You're an inspiration, and thank you for all you've done. So now the Joyce family heads to Florida for retirement. Ty and Megan, somehow thank you just doesn't seem like quite enough. But thank you. Thank you for all you've done for our wing, for our Air Force, and our nation. And congrats on your retirement. You've earned it. One of the great things about our Air Force is when a great leader walks out the door, another one often walks in. And that's clearly the case today. Mike and Kim Thompson are also rock stars. Mike's prior enlisted. He's been doing this for 34 years. He has a dynamite record. He just finished up with Naval War College in Newport, Rhode Island, so he's really, really smart. No pressure, Mike. Along with being a great leader, Mike and Kim are great parents to Drew and Preston. By the way, Preston just turned 8 on Sunday. So the day they arrived at McCord, he turned 8. Talk about the life of a military child. Happy birthday, Preston. Mom and Dad took him to the Great Wolf Lodge. Pretty cool parents. Mike and Kim, welcome to the team. You're going to love it. These airmen, they're excited for your leadership. We're excited to have you in the wing. We're excited to welcome you into the neighborhood. Folks, the maintenance group remains in good hands. Mike, take a look around you. Take a look at these airmen, your airmen. We ask really big things of them. I need you to lead them. I need you to inspire them. I need you to take care of them. And I know you will. Welcome to America's Airlift Wing.
Thank you, Colonel Berger. Now let's welcome the 62nd Maintenance Group Commander, Colonel Joyce.
So anybody who knows me, I always try to write what I'm going to say, and I always ad-lib and just go off script, so that's not going to change today. And then I keep looking at Burrow over here with his awesome beard, and I just don't know what to do. Like, it's amazing. I'll be there hopefully in about 30 days, but that looks awesome. No, first off, thanks to Lieutenant Miranda and the team. Actually, Brad, can you put the group at ease? But thanks to Lieutenant Miranda and the team, Chaplain. But again, like a lot of stuff happened behind the scenes, and a lot of it happened while I was on the beach in Hawaii. But I appreciate everything that everybody did to get this day ready, not just for me, but more for Mike and family. This is the big day for them. I'm walking out the door, but Mike, you're taking the reins, so giddy up. You know, in just the 34 years, I just realized I was in 9th grade when he joined the Air Force, so that's just awesome. But Miss Diaz, thank you. It's always awesome hearing you sing, and you stayed around this time, so that's awesome. You didn't run out the door. So, yeah, but this isn't, like I said, this isn't about me. It's about Mike and family and the journey that they're about to embark on. And me and Mike talked for a little while over the last couple of days, and you know, and I told him, I'm like, this group is amazing. They will just run and they will do things, and you'll be taken care of. So, Mike, enjoy it. Enjoy the time. Enjoy this awesome group of people that will be there every day to support you. They truly are, and it's been my honor to be here. I also just want to recognize my parents, mom, dad. My dad's been at every he's actually promoted me to every rank since I've been in the Air Force, and to have him here at the end is pretty cool. Meg, boys, like, you only got to do this one more time. So tomorrow, and then we're done. I can't wait to hang out in the pool and watch rockets launch out of our backyard, but that's going to be awesome. JJ, Lauren, it's awesome having y'all here. Like, I know we've been apart and on different sides of the world and the country, but to have you here today and tomorrow, it means a lot to me. Thank you for being here. And then, I look out at this audience, and not just people from the base, but I got friends that showed up from all over the place. Karen, Aaron, thank you for being here. I got family. I got friends that we were lieutenants with. Now we're all those sixes. Tomorrow I got college roommates showing up. It's just amazing. And then, just the maintenance group in general, it's been my honor to just be a part of this and have 3 awesome squadrons that just make stuff happen every day. They truly do. It made my job easy. I didn't have to worry about a whole lot because I knew I had 3 awesome commanders and a lot of senior NCOs, and then some really great civilians that just keep everything together every day. You are the glue that makes this maintenance group run, and I appreciate everything you do. And next is to Pat. I can't say enough about having the best battle buddy ever. The dinners on the weekends over at your house or our house, just you made the second year of our assignment absolutely amazing, and you are family now, and we will be in Charleston or wherever you go next to hang out. So it's really funny how fast we all bonded and just became great friends. But the neighborhood in general, we like to say the cul-de-sac, but it's really a little bit outside the cul-de-sac and back. It has been the unbelievable assignment having the family that we've had in the neighborhood and in that street. Even though we weren't between the hedges and didn't get our lawn mowed or didn't have sprinkler systems, but it was awesome just being able to hang out with everybody and not have to worry about if your house was unlocked or if your dogs got out. It was amazing, and I will truly miss the family. This is what made this assignment so good. To the officers, chiefs, and senior NCOs and the airmen in the MXG, I know at some times I had some crazy ideas and I pushed everybody, but there was a reason for it, and I tried to be fair and honest in the direction I always gave. Everything we accomplished was from your hard work and your give a shit factor. This group truly cares about what they do, and they understand how important it is what we do. I think this entire group, from the airmen up to just making this a great assignment. I do want to hit a few things that Colonel Berger kind of already covered that we crushed. So the first ever engine running oil change. I remember when I pulled then Captain Trong into my office and told him about this wild idea I had, and he looked at me and he was like, "There's no way we can do this." He's like, "It's impossible." And I kept pushing him, and then as usual, Trong just took it and ran with it and made it happen. And that was Ben's MO. But he's not here, but I just thank him for that because he made that happen. And it's been replicated across AMC. Several other bases have taken it and done their own checklists. But and then Colonel Berger talked about the Israel ops. That was not something I enjoyed making that decision and that I took lightly. But I knew we were in a spot that we could not dig out of anytime soon. So. But again, the squadrons did it. They took care of the airmen while they did it. The shirts rallied and made food and brought pizza in. And it at least said thank you for, we know what you're about to do over the next 24 hours. And then we woke up that Saturday and kind of all our jaws dropped because we knew that it was going to get real fast. So, and then the other thing is the PNAF mission. So I have a little bit of a nuclear background, and I'll tell you, to have an NSI and an NRE with zero discrepancies in a maintenance group is something that's really rare and almost unheard of. And that's a testament to this group out here and what you do every day and how detailed oriented you are. I have watched that PNAF mission, and I've been scared, and Sergeant Karinko's come in and given me the rally every day when he needs to, but I knew that mission was not going to fail because of how hard everybody on that team works to make that happen. And it's a huge deal. We like to say that we're the best at it, but we're the only ones that do it. So we have to be the best at it, and we are. And then for APS, Y'all took General Minahan's orders and you pushed it. Offload method B, like you came up with the initiatives and you just kept going. It's stuff that I hope we don't have to use anytime soon, but I know if we do, we're ready. And that's because of the APS team and what y'all do every day. Not to mention, it was awesome seeing, a couple dolphins came through and a sea lion. That's just stuff I never thought I would ever be able to say in the Air Force, that I helped move some dolphins and a sea lion. But the port did that, and it was pretty cool. I also want to talk about HSC. You know, they are the unsung heroes of the maintenance group because of what they do. The HSC process is detailed, it's huge, and these airplanes aren't the young airplanes that they used to be. So they have been turning out HSCs along with doing engine changes that honestly I never thought we would be able to do it how we're doing it now, and that's an awesome testament to that team and again the leadership in that squadron that makes that happen. And then to the Boeing team. You know, I've been around a lot of different airplanes and a lot of different companies, and I will tell you that the teamwork that we have here is better than anywhere I've ever seen it. It is just awesome watching the team just come and help. You know, they never say no. It's let's find a way to make it happen, and that is what we need to keep these airplanes flying. And I know that's going to continue, but just John, thank you for everything you did. It was awesome having you at the end of the table some days to tell me I was crazy or that's not possible, but yeah. So the front office, Mikey, Brad, John, Humbert, Hirschfield, Madden, Joanne, Drew. I hope I at least try to make the front office a little bit fun. I know sometimes you guys thought I was probably crazy because I was running around laughing, doing stupid stuff, but we always seem to keep it in the front office. But I can't thank y'all enough for just being there every day. Joanne, you need to go home earlier. I'll tell you that. I'll be texting you forever telling you to go home. But seriously, like that, not only do they make the maintenance group function, but a lot of times we are pushing the wing to get stuff together and figure out how to fix things because that front office staff is just on their game all the time. So yeah, Joanne, you're the best exec I could have ever asked for. I will miss you. I appreciate everything you did, and I appreciate just sometimes you coming in and telling me, you need to go to this meeting. And I'm like, nope, you need to go. So she kept me on pace and kept me where I needed to be at the right times, even though sometimes I told her no, I wasn't doing things. So Mike, I know we haven't talked much, but just the little we have, like your personality is going to just meld right in with this organization. And you're going to have the responsibility of taking it to the next level. And as you transition to whatever the Air Force decides to finally do. Focus on readiness, but always keep the airman's resiliency as a priority. You'll crush it, and I wish you and your family the best. You're going to love the fire pits in the cul-de-sac, and just sometimes you're going to be like, I don't want to go out there this weekend. Like it's nonstop. So I'll end this with this one last thank you to all the airmen in the group and all the people that are around here. I mean, I see all kinds of faces that like have impacted me. It's been amazing. It really has. I can't think of a better place to go out at. The honor goes not to me, but to everyone in this MXG. I didn't have to do much. I just gave you some vector checks every once in a while, and y'all made everything happen. And with that, just thank you, and Sonic 04 out.
Thank you, Colonel Joyce. The 62nd Maintenance Group will now render their final salute to Colonel Joyce. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the change of command ceremony in which the reins of responsibility will be passed from Colonel Christopher Joyce to Colonel Michael Thompson. Attention to orders. By direction of the President of the United States and under the provisions of Department of the Air Force Instruction 51-509, Colonel Michael Thompson is appointed commander of the 62nd Maintenance Group, Order Number G-24-13, effective 17 July 2024. Signed, John W. Berger, Colonel, United States Air Force. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. At this time, I present the Commander, 62nd Maintenance Group, Colonel Michael Thompson.
Thank you. Just a few minutes ago, it was super easy sitting over there, chilling, and then all of a sudden the way to command. So a little humbling, very humbling at this point in time. So thank you to everybody. It's awesome to be last. That means you're taking command. It also sucks because such great words were said by both Colonel Berger and Colonel Joyce. But real quick, thank you to the team, Lieutenant Miranda. I do appreciate that. You've been running around with everybody else that volunteered on this, so thank you for all the work on this. Pulling the aircraft out, I know it takes a lot. I hate it when we have to do extra tows, but very appreciated. Also like to echo Colonel Berger, that national anthem, Jeanette, very powerful. That was awesome. So thank you, Honor Guard, and everybody else that's a part of this actual award. To the wing, Colonel Naya, that's on YouTube, Snaya, Colonel Berger, Uni. You guys have been, Chief Hirschfield. You keep messing up his name because I don't know why it's hard, but it's hard. It's crazy. Thank you for such the amazingly warm welcome. It's appreciative, and it doesn't happen everywhere you go. And I would love to say that in the first 48 hours, just Colonel McClintock, you are a bear of a man with a beaming smile. I'm impressed. Somewhat intimidated at times too, but hey, it's just so welcoming everybody from the staff all the way down. So thank you so very much for making my family and I so comfortable in the short time we were here. To Colonel Joyce, you and your family, thank you for all the service. I completely understand two boys running around the world and sacrificing all those years for family. So enjoy your retirement, that next chapter. It seems like you're semi-retired. You got an important job to do as well, but you're going to be watching missile launches in Florida. I mean, that's pretty cool, in of itself. So thank you for everything. Thank you for what you've done in the group. Usually within the first 24 to 48 hours, you can kind of step into an organization and kind of feel how it is, and you're waiting. And I was talking to Ty, and I'm like, everything seems so good here. It's like, when's the shoe gonna drop? He's like, I've been waiting for 2 years for that shoe to drop. So that expectation, that's a wonderful feeling when you step inside here. I have notes because I'm old, as everybody likes to point out, so I have to stay on task. To my family, Kim, Preston, Drew, you guys are awesome. Thanks for, I've been pulling you across the world constantly, and we're on this West Coast now, so I'm looking forward to this next chapter. Thanks for being troopers. I know 2.5 weeks with me every day is pretty tough, so I'll go to work and you guys can have all the fun and enjoy the Pacific Northwest. Yeah, Kim's clapping, of all things. That's out on YouTube, the link, there's a tremendous amount of people that are out there. There are a tremendous amount of people in here. Thank you to all of you that have come out here, for friends and families. I can go back, since I am old, to old, people that are long gone now, back in the 90s, which were Vietnam vets that were my mentors from the civilian workforce, to today, where there is a litany of people that I will miss in thanking, because it's not me, it's the journey that you take that develops you as a leader. And I want to thank everybody in that. Specifically, as representatives, we have the two families that are near and dear to my heart. The Martin family, who's coming up from Boise, thank you for driving up. You tell Jennifer there is cake, so she made the drive for a reason. But recently retired, living in Boise, amazing airman. Thank you for making this trip up here to celebrate this. And then, ironically, I got to see one of my former mentors and bosses, who's now Mr. Knack, old retired Colonel Knack, and his family. I guarantee there'll be game nights at some point in time, especially that unicorn game, whatever that Hannah likes to play. So I promise. So thank you for correcting me again, Preston. To the men and women and everybody in the joint base in of itself, the community, fellow commanders, first sergeants, chiefs, thank you for taking your time. I know this is a busy day. Thanks for all coming out to have this opportunity. I look forward to getting to know you and everybody in this organization as we go forth. I'd like to echo Colonel Berger on just one thing. I've been the recipient either in the EAMS and the CRG or even overseas over the past decade, where I've watched that C-17 tail flash on the McCord tail flash supporting me in many different ways. It was always nice to see. I know Barcode has a reputation. I love me some Barcode. For 90 days as a TDD, that tail worked its butt off. I would go in there and mark off every day. It came back, code 1, and the supers got pretty frustrated with me because there's a lot of code 1s that happen on the aircraft. So that happens because it's the porters to the maintainers, giving the life, the love, fixing those aircraft and making them generate and do their mission set downrange. So not to be last but not least, the maintenance group in of itself. I have been that recipient of the great work that you have done. I have seen what ops is executed downrange. It is amazing. The reputation of this organization, this wing, is amazing, and it's on the backs of you, and completely understand that. I look forward to working with you. I look forward to seeing you in your offices, out there in the shops, on the flight line, and just getting to understand your business. I'm here to work with you and for you. I look forward to that. I'll see you on the flight line. Thanks.
At this time, the men and women of the 62nd Maintenance Group will render their first salute to Colonel Thompson. Ladies and gentlemen, the men and women of the 62nd Maintenance Group are proud to have served with Colonel Joyce as their commander and wish him and his family lasting success in their future endeavors. We salute Colonel Thompson as he assumes his new duties as group commander. Please stand for the playing of the Air Force song and the departure of the official party. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for attending today's ceremony. There will be a reception here honoring Colonel Thompson and his family immediately following the ceremony. Please remain in place until all family and guests have departed. Have a great Air Force Day.